Hi loves! I'm here to share with you something really exciting that just happened in my kitchen. There are often many surprises throughout every moment of my day, and I'm sure yours too. But a lot of that magic happens in my kitchen when I'm creating recipes as well. I was just creating a mint chip, or I should say recreating a mint chip ice cream that's being worked into my new cookbook, and I have to photograph everything, all the recipes for the book. So I'm recreating it, and in the process of making the base of the ice cream, I was using macadamia nuts. And for my recipe, I needed 1 cup of cream from the macadamias, and when I was straining in my nut milk bag the macadamia milk, what was left over after I kept straining was the pulp, which looked like this, about 1 cup's worth. And then, what does that look like to you? To me, it instantly looks like feta cheese. And then it dawned on me, hello! 2 recipes in 1. I love it when that happens. And what I love even more is the way that 3 months ago, a woman attended my class in Torrance, and I asked, what recipe would you guys like for me to make? And somebody had recommended feta cheese. They're trying to get off of dairy. So I said, okay, I'll definitely be making some feta cheese. I'll put it on my blog. I'll let you know when that happens. Well, 3 months later, lo and behold, today is the day. And it's funny because after that class, I went out to get some probiotic powder, which I used Go Live, and I just bought 4 little packets. And week after week, I'd look at the packet saying, oh, I gotta make that feta cheese. I gotta make the feta cheese posted for this woman. And sure enough, time just kept going by, and I never got to the recipe. And today, the recipe came to me. And it's kind of like what I tell all my single girlfriends all the time when they really want to meet somebody. It's like, let it come to you. And for myself this week, oh boy, have I been getting that lesson sent back to me over and over again. See, you don't have to be a single girl to experience this desire of wanting something in your life right now so badly. And I'm sure so many of you guys can relate, but I feel like a lot of times I practice my patience, and I feel like without a doubt, it always pays off. And I let things come into my life when the time is right and when they're supposed to. But with this one thing that I really want in my life right now, and that's probably the problem, I'm using the word want. It's when we want so badly something, it's just, we typically try to rush it or make it happen. And things kind of fit in and take time. And the right time, and the right moment, when things connect, they're just perfectly placed. So this past couple of weeks, I've really been trying to focus in on letting go of the idea, taking control of the situation, making it happen now, and backing up and just letting go. And for instance, with the macadamia feta cheese, it was the same process. If I would have rushed and tried to do it 3 months ago, I wouldn't have nearly have connected so simplistically and deliciously the way it did today. It might have been delicious, and I just know certainly it wouldn't have flowed like it did today. This was effortless, and I feel when I create my best recipes, they always come from this simplistic, effortless flow in place of like creativity. And a lot of times I don't even feel like I'm in control. I will let you guys know more about that process in another video, because I can go on about the creative process and the flow. But for now, back to the nut cheese. Basically, this cheese really showed me again to let things connect, intention. If you just set the intention to do something or have something or create something, it will find you in the right time, and it will be before you even know it. So I love how there's messages in everything, even our macadamia feta. Okay, you guys, so what I did was I took that cream, going back to this, we had 1 cup, remember, in this nut milk bag. I strained the milk out. I was left with the pulp of the macadamia, which this I blended with 1 packet of Go Live probiotic powder. You could choose to skip that, but because I was making a recipe, I said, let's infuse it with even more nutrition. So probiotics and prebiotics, it's an odorless packet. It has no flavor profile, so it was perfect for this recipe. Then I added 1 teaspoon of fine sea salt and 1/2 of a lemon juiced. I used a medium-sized lemon half, just so you can gauge the amount of juice in that. I poured that into my mixing bowl with the leftover macadamia pulp. I could have used a food processor or a blender, but I decided to really whip it in the mixing bowl, so that way I could really get this beautiful, soft, silky feta texture, and that is exactly what I got. So with 4 ingredients, and 5 if you include the water, but we strain that out. So 4 ingredients, and a blender and mixer later, or you could do this all by hand minus the initial blending part. You have feta cheese. Okay, so this is just the base of feta cheese. You can now take this paste, this feta cheese mix, and form it into a ring. You can take a cake ring or a cheese ring and make a nice beautiful round mold for a beautiful presentation. You can make a brick rectangle out of it by lining a loaf pan. You can take your favorite cookie cutter and make the shape out of that. So for me, I plan to use this now in a Mediterranean salad. So I'm gonna leave it kind of crumbly as is. What I might do, which I know I'll probably definitely do, is go downstairs, grab some oregano from my garden and sprinkle that all inside. Oh, I love oregano. And if you're a fan of extra virgin cold pressed olive oil, you can drizzle that on there. You can add herbs like black pepper, rosemary. You can add olives to it. I mean, get so creative with this base. You are going to love it. It's so simple, it's delicious, it's smooth, and with feta cheese, a lot of times it's extra salty. With this recipe, you can control just how much salt you want in it. Now, I was trying to stay true to the actual taste of feta cheese, so I did add in 1 teaspoon of fine sea salt. If you find that that's too much for you, take a little bit out. Just use a little less, rather. Okay, you guys. So I hope you all will practice, well, 1, creativity on a daily, patience for allowing the intentions that you've set to manifest in your life, because they will without a doubt take root and sprout. But it just takes the right time and the right amount of patience, and it will be there in no time. I am so practicing this right now. If you are too, I'd love to hear from you. You guys, enjoy the recipe. I absolutely know without a doubt you are going to love it. It took all of 3 minutes to make, so there's no excuse. Enjoy. I love you guys. Bye-bye.